Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Red EDC. Oh, today we're going to be taking a look at what is a pretty awesome slip joint knife. Now, when we think slip joints, we think, trappers, sod busters, knives like that. This is pretty much a modern take on a slip joint knife. This is the Real Steel Gslip. Now, this one specifically was a Knife Center exclusive. And you notice I use the word was. Right before I started filming this, I saw that it is no longer listed on the Knife Center website. Now, the exclusive part was the micarta handle and the VG10 blade. They still have a black G10 version and a yellow G10 version with a VG10 blade, but the micarta one is no longer available, so I'm a little late to the game on this one. But I tell you what, guys, the Gslip itself is a really good knife, and we'll sit here and we'll talk about it right now. So zoom out. Now, as I said, this is the micarta and VG10 version. Now, will there be any more of these? I don't know. Since it was an exclusive, my guess would be probably not. And I do apologize if that's the case. But let's take a quick look at it anyway. You got this like tan micarta. Stainless steel hardware, stainless wire pocket clip. It is right hand or left hand tip up carry. As I said, you do have this VG10 blade on it, a nice drop point, and there you go, VG10. It is a Ostapel design. You've got this really nice kind of long pull slash fuller there. It's more of a fuller that acts as a long pull, really. But as you can see there, it goes all the way out and comes off the blade, where your normal long pull would just kind of be like so. Let's get some measurements. Now, I'm going to come down here a little bit because I want to show you. For a traditional knife, it's actually pretty long, or slip joint. I said traditional, I meant slip joint. For a slip joint knife, it's pretty darn long. I mean, we're pushing, just over 7 3/4 inches. Now, you're going to have a handle length of right about 4 1/4, which is going to give you right about a 3.5 inch blade with about a 3 1/4, maybe 3 3/8 inch cutting edge on it. Now, what I was going to show you is, as far as slip joints go, it's pretty long. If you take a look at here against a regular trapper, and I'll try to zoom in there a little bit more for you. Oops. Against a regular trapper, it's at least a good 1/4 of an inch longer than a regular trapper. If we take a look at it against a sod buster pattern, which we got to get the good old Bushmaster Bushcraft Field folder out there. We haven't seen that in a while. So there again, it's a good 3/8 longer than that. Even this good size Oregon trapper, even though it's a lot bigger, it's still just a little bit shorter than the Gslip. Now, the one in my collection that I found that was longer is this locking sod buster. Now, as you can see there, that one is about a 1/2 inch longer. And I don't have any large size toothpicks in my collection. Sorry, Tobias. I know Tobias isn't going to like that. But I do not have any large size toothpicks, and those, a lot of those are pushing, well, the handles alone are 5 to 5.5. So, you know, they're going to be a decent bit longer than this one. But as far as slip joints go, it's pretty darn good. Pretty good length. Very slender. Very lightweight. Let's see how much. Get our. I probably should start putting the scale on the other side, huh? Alright, we're going to start out in ounces. 2.4 ounces or 69 grams. Now, as far as the wire pocket clip goes, pretty darn deep carry. That pretty much disappears in the pocket. Good retention. Nice, easy in and out of the pocket. Overall, oh, there you go. Now, this one doesn't have a half stop. It has more of like a 3/4 stop on it. Now, you can see your spring to open. It doesn't take a lot to open it, honestly. I'd say the pull is probably 4 to 5 maybe. You get to that 3/4 stop. And it does, that's where you do get a little bit of talk to it. There you go. You do get a little bit of talk there on the way closed. Your spring isn't too heavy, which, and I know some people worry about it closing on your hand. I mean, you got to put some pretty good pressure on it to get it down to that 3/4 stop. But that 3/4 stop does save your finger. And with that closing spring not being overly heavy, I mean, it does give you a little bit of protection as far as that goes. Ergonomically, it feels really, really good in hand. It's nice, it's slender, there's no hot spots. It's milled very, very well. The clip is not an issue. I can kind of feel it there. Not really. Nah. I really can hardly feel the grip, or the clip, excuse me, in grip. Everything is chamfered very nicely. Micarta's got a decent bit of grip on it, as Micarta does. Usually with more wear, it usually gets a little more grippy. But honestly, guys, it's a pretty awesome knife. Now, like I said, as far as I could see, this one, the Micarta, the exclusive, wasn't available. As I said, they still have the G10 in black and yellow still available. Those retail for right around $60. Now, the Micarta ones are on sale for $40, which really blew my mind. Because I don't know. It was an exclusive. It's Micarta and VG10, but it was less than the G10. That was just kind of crazy. And I know people were snapping these up left and right. I mean, I think I saw it on a post on one of the Facebook pages, and I was like, oh my goodness, I got to get one of them. So luckily enough, I managed to. Overall, really, really good knife. The G10, I don't see as that would be much different, except obviously it's G10 and not Micarta. The dimensions are the same. I'm sure it's milled. I don't know why it wouldn't be just as comfortable as this one. And G10 and VG10 at $60, yeah, I think that's still worth it. I definitely do. Blue liked this one. He gave it an 8.5. That's his pretty much his standard right-on knife type rating, which I think that's pretty darn fitting. Overall, a really good knife. I will leave a link down in the description for the G10 and VG10 version. Those are not exclusives. You can find them at more than just, I believe Knife Center has them. I believe White Mountain Knives has them. So, thanks guys. I appreciate you spending some time with me today. As I said, I do apologize. It was not my intention to show you a knife that you couldn't get. I really tried to avoid doing that. But I really wanted to get a review of this knife out there. So, again, my apologies. I do appreciate you spending some time with me today. But as always, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I love talking to y'all. Until next time, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.